Hi, I'm Becky Selman with Gulf Coast Acrylics. I'm here to show y'all some ways to use this awesome medium that I have, that I'm making. It is mixed pour. This is not a new product, but I'm making it. You can get it at gulfcoastacrylics.co. I hope you can read. The website is right there. And me and my husband make this. We believe in this product. It's a very good product. It is not comparable to Floetrol. It does so much more wonderful things than Floetrol does. And this is one of the thickest mediums on the market. I want to show y'all how you can bloom with this without house paint. I'm going to show y'all step by step. So this is going to be quite a long video, so please bear with me. I'm going to bring y'all down to the canvas and get started here in just a second. If you'll bear with me, I'm going to move my camera. Okay, so if y'all can still see me, I hope it, hold on, let me flip this around. That's my lovely assistant, Bree. Okay, so we've got it angled. I'm going to pull it in just a little bit. I just want to give y'all a little bit of a chance to figure out how we work with this beautiful product, this amazing product. It is a 7-to-1 ratio. That means 7-to-1. That means 7 parts mix, 1 part acrylic. This medium goes a long way, and it will help conserve some of the higher priced acrylics that usually is out of reach because of their price. Not saying that they're bad, but you know, you get what you pay for when you buy acrylic. Like the dollar store acrylics, they're not as highly pigmented as, say, a Golden product or, say, a Liquitex or even an Amsterdam product. So I want to come on and I want to show you how this will save you on your acrylic and blooming without house paint, without the fear of in 6 months your white house paint yellowing, as it normally does throughout the wear and tear of the painting. The age of the house paint will just automatically yellow over time. So this does not. This is archival. That means art galleries will accept paintings made with this product. Now, if you try to put in a house paint bloom in an art gallery for show, they won't accept it, simply for the fact that house paint is not archival, which means it lasts and lasts and lasts and keeps the color vibrant. It doesn't age horrible like house paint does. This is made for regular pours, but we have found out that you can bloom with this, and I do want to give you a glimpse in how you can bloom with this. So bear with me. This is going to be quite a long video. This is from start to finish for this product. And I'm sorry if it's upside down. I can't get my camera to flip the way I want it, so this might be backwards as I'm doing it, but you'll get the concept. So you have your measurer, okay? You're going to tear it out. I like to measure by ounces. or fluid ounces instead of milliliters. So I have this cup, and you'll just have to excuse the cup. This is one of my paint stands for my drying, but the inside is clear. So I have my mix. I'm going to tear it out to 0. Now, the 7-to-1 ratio can be broken down, and I like to do tiles to experiment and show what this does. A lot of other artists use this product, and they use it on canvas. It works the exact same way on canvas as it does tile. There is no difference. So, I break this down because my tiles are small, and I don't need 8 ounces. You're good. You're good. You don't need 8 full ounces of each color for a 6-inch tile. Now, if you use it for, say, a 20-inch canvas or bigger, yes, you will need your full 8 ounces of each color. But I do want to show you this on a small scale to give you an idea. This is very thick. So I'm going to show you how I do this and how I thin it down. And I want to show you how the thickness is, and then how the thickness is once I thin it down. I'm going to turn on some light to give us a little bit of light, a little more light to help everybody see this. Okay, so that gave me a little bit more light. So we have it teared out at 0 fluid ounces. So I'm going to take, when I break this down, I'm going to break it down into 3.5 ounces of mix and just 1/2 ounce of paint. So you're going to okay, I'm sorry guys, I grabbed my wrong mix bottle. This is mix, but I have already thinned that one down. I want to show you from start to finish how exactly to thin down your bottle of mix. So we have another clean cup. This bottle is mix, I just don't have the stickers on it. This is my use bottle. So your bottle, if you buy, and I'm hoping you do, will have stickers, it will have labels, and it will give you ratios and how to use it on the back. So we have this teared out to 0. I want to show you the thickness. It is super duper thick. So in essence, if you use a thinner acrylic, or if you use a thinner consistency, this bottle will go 2 bottles to 1 for thinness. So I actually get it, I try to get it right at 3.5, 3.6. It's fine. These are all just roundabout idea. This is just kind of to give you an example. So I'm at 3.6, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to mix. I'm going to get a color that I have. Okay. So I'm running out of this color, so I'm going to make some. I also carry this in my website, on my website. It's Global Colors. It's an Australian paint. It's a very good paint. It's very good bang for your buck. You get 500 milliliters for around $15. This will last, if you use it with mix, forever. I've had this jar over a year, and I'm just now down to the bottom of the jar. So I'm going to show y'all how I mix and how I thin it down to make a bloom. Now I have other colors that I've already thinned down to make them to make a bloom, but I want to show you this because I'm out of this color and I'm going to bloom with this color. So we're at 3.6 right here. So you take your paint and you glob it till you have around 4. So that's about a half an ounce, give or take, you know, a tenth of an ounce. As it was at 3.6, now it's at 4.1. That is an equal 3.5 to a half ounce. Okay, so I want to show y'all. I have water here. Now to bloom with this, it is too thick to bloom with. So you will have to thin it down. But like I said, if you buy a bottle of mix and you thin it, you can essentially get 1.5 to 2 bottles of pouring medium out of 1 jug because of its thickness. Okay, so now you mix it up. Do you see how thick it is? It is not even wanting to glob off the stick. Okay, don't be scared. Trust this process, please. Trust it. You have to go the distance with mix. So you mix it up really well. See how it is kind of now becoming a little bit more fluid. It is still too thick to bloom with. So therefore, we are going to add water. Now, mix is a binder. So you can essentially go over 20% water with your pigments without degrading the pigments or having it craze. So I've got my water. It's just regular water. TriArt sells a pure H2O. That is an archival water. I've yet to buy any. I don't really show my paintings in art galleries, so therefore I don't use everything archival. But TriArt does make a pure H2O, which is without impurities, and it is archival. So right now we are just going to use this water. Now, water to thin this. I've been using mix for 3 years now, so I kind of, and I've got color all over my hands. I kind of know how much water I need. So, but I'm showing you this. So a little bit at a time. Please trust this process. It is thin. It is like, it's like water now, but keep mixing. Keep mixing. Let it get all mixed up together. Get all the water mixed together with it. It will come back. And now look how fluid it is. Do you see how fluid? Okay. You just keep mixing until it all incorporates itself back into the paint and the mix. See how fluid that is? And look how pretty. Look how that looks. So pretty. This is Dark Sea by Global Colors. This is one of their very, very, very popular paint colors. But see how much water. It didn't take a whole lot of water. Maybe less than a half ounce of water to half ounce to an ounce of water to get 4 ounces of paint to this thickness. Okay, this will go a long ways. Mix goes a long way. I do sell mix thin. It is not on the website, but if you do message me on the website and ask me to make you mix thin, I will. That's not an issue. So we have it. This is now about the consistency that I bloom with. Okay, so this is going to be a bloom color for me. This is going to be one of my colors. So I'm going to set this to the side. This is ready. I do have other colors, and I'm going to show now. This color, it's a very beautiful color. Oh, it's a beautiful color. It is by Porridge Posse Paints, and it is in Persian Autumn Yellow. It's one of my prettier yellows. It's not bright. It doesn't quite hurt the eyes to look at, but it is. I've already mixed this up, and it is to the consistency that I bloom with. It has been sitting a little while, so you do need, if you let your paints mix a little bit, you do need to remix just a tad to make sure everything gets back into the fluid stage. Okay. So there's my yellow. So we're going to use Persian Autumn Yellow with our dark sea. I'm going to make another color for y'all, just to show y'all that again. This is Liquitex. This is in Cadmium Red Deep Hue. I'm going to do this. Let me find my other cup. And guys, I'm running low on cups, so you'll just have to bear with me. These cups I used as a stand to dry my paintings, and I shouldn't have, but I did. So we're back on our measuring again. We're going to measure it out again. So we're going to take our thick mix. Let me pull that so that way those pieces don't just fall in my mix. Okay, so we have that. You have it teared out at 0 for fluid ounces. We're going to re-pour this in this bottle to 3.5. I'm going to try to get it right at 3.5. Okay, we're at 3.5. Okay. It dries flat. It dries clear. Your colors will stay true. It's not, they'll just stay true. Okay, then we're going to add this Cadmium Red Deep Hue to this, and we're going to add 1/2 ounce. So we're going to make it to where it's at right at 4. So there's your 4 ounces of color. See, just a little bit of color is going to go a long way in this mix. So we're going to mix. And we're going to mix, and we're going to mix, and we're going to mix, and we're going to make it to where it's all constituted with the mix. We're going to mix it up and make sure it's all mixed very well. Okay, and see how thick that is. That is very, very thick. With our water again, we're going to take maybe 1/2 ounce to 1 ounce of water. Now, for the people that first use mix, I will let you know, use your water sparingly at first until you get used to thinning it. I can just dump my water in. I can eyeball my water and get it to my consistency, but I've been using it for 3 years. So therefore, it's it comes kind of natural to me to thin. I would suggest for the first time user, see, that is just, see how that is thick. So I'm going to add a tad bit more water. Drops go a long way, so I suggest the first time you try mix to thin, drops of water at a time to mix, or maybe 1/4 ounce of water at a time. The thickness is what makes it. Hold your lines. And see, that's still a little too thick for my bloom. So we're going to thin it just a tad bit more. Just a little. And I'm mixing colors for y'all to see. It works in any colors. You can use it for pigments. Pigments are a great way to add shimmer sparkle to your blooms. That is way better. Do you see how the consistency is? It's a lot better. Now it's still a tad bit too thick for me. So I'm talking about just that much. Do you see? Just that much. Trust this process, guys. You have to trust your process from start to finish. If you don't trust your process, it's hard to finish out your paintings if you just don't trust the process. Okay, so that is okay. This is just still a tad too thick. A little bit more. And like I said, don't be scared to add your water. You are not going to degrade the pigment in your paint. Mix is a binder. It is solely a binder. It is to help extend your paint colors beyond their original, original recipe of 20. You know how they say you can't go over 20% of water in your acrylic or you'll degrade your colors, your paint, your pigment, your colors will start to degrade. They will start to separate and craze. Mix does not allow that to happen, because mix is, you've essentially added tons of binder back into your paints with mix. Floetrol is not a binder. Floetrol is an extender. Floetrol, you cannot add more than 20% of water with Floetrol in paint with it degrading. These are my experiences. That's why I love this product. I've never had a mix painting crack. I've never had a mix painting craze. So I believe in this product wholeheartedly. So we've got all of this mixed, reconstituted back together. It's all mixed in nice and good. We're going to try. I do believe this is just a tad bit thicker than what I'm normally do when I bloom. So we're just going to add just a little bit more water. When you get it almost to your thickness, if you think it's just still a little too thick, back off of your water. Start adding drops of water, or just an 1/8 of an ounce of water per time you mix. You will get there. I promise. Just trust this process. So that is a good bloom consistency for me. So we have made Dark Sea, Persian Autumn Yellow, Cadmium Red Deep Hue. Now I'm going to take this away and turn it off. I have problems with not turning off my my scale, and then I end up losing battery life. So yes, they shut off, but they don't shut off well fast enough. So now we are going to bloom. I do have other colors, but for this we're going to use these 3 colors and some of the other colors that I have mixed together. I do want to show you this. This is the really neat thing about mix. What color do you think this is? Anybody want to take a stab at it? It's not. It's not any color. It's dry glitter. I don't know if you can see that, but this is just dry glitter mix and water. And any glitter will work because mix is thick enough to hold it in suspension. If you've ever tried to use glitter with your Australian Floetrol, it's hard. If it's any kind of metal pieces for your glitter, it will sink to the bottom and you will no longer see your glitter. I'm trying to look for the color of glitter that I had. I don't see it, so I'm just going to use this color. This is the glitter that I used in the mix. This is regular old Hobby Lobby glitter. I got it for, I got it on sale during the holidays. This was originally around $3. I got this for like $1 or something. So, any kind of glitter will work in mix. It just mixes just in a so amazing product. And I'm just so happy that I can bring this to y'all. And that maybe I can help you on your journey into fluid art. So we've got this. I've got black. I'm afraid the black is going to be a little too dark. So what we're going to do is I'm going to, this may be ugly, and I'm sorry about the composition, the color combinations, but I just wanted to give y'all an idea of how this works. I do have, we're going to use this instead of black. This is going to work. Well, I'm going to use one of these as my base color. This is this. It's the color shift. We're going to use this as our shimmer, as well as I have, oh, I'm sorry guys, it was right underneath my hands. Nope, that's not it either. I have no idea where my blue glitter went. Oh, here it is. This is the glitter that I used for this. It's blue glitter. That's all it is. Dry glitter. I'm extremely excited that you can actually use dry glitter in a different way other than tumblers, resin, stuff like that. This is Master's Touch, and I've only got a little bit of it, so we're going to use what I have left. Master's Touched the Pearlized Violet. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I love this color. That's one of my new favorite purples. So we are going to use this yellow as our base color. Now, normally in a bloom, your house paint, it's going to be white, tricorn black, any kind of Sherwin-Williams paint, anything like that. If you have a smell of these paints, these house paints, you will smell chemicals. I do not trust the house paint to stick my face on and bloom. I just don't. I don't have very good lungs, and I've had too many upper respiratory infections that I can't afford to be breathing in a whole lot of chemicals. Y'all, Mix is 100% non-toxic. There's nothing in Mix that will hurt you. Zero. It, honestly, when you open up Mix, it smells like Elmer's glue. I guarantee you there is no Elmer's glue in this paint. Elmer's glue is not archival. This is archival. It just has the glue smell, okay? House paints have a chemical smell. They just do. It's meant for being on the walls or outside. It's got extra chemicals in it that I have heard have given people lots of trouble when blooming on. And I'm not going to take that chance on my health. So we're going to just bloom all Mix, okay? Now, another thing they tell you about a bloom is you have to have the thickest paint on the bottom, thinner layers, and then your cell activator. That is incorrect. You can have the exact same consistency throughout your bloom. You do not have to make thinner layers, you do not have to have your base one consistency and your colors another consistency and your Australian Floetrol cell activator another consistency. So that is something that I'm adamant about. Just completely adamant about, there's no reason for that, period. Okay, so now we're going to move these off of my spinner. And we're going to start. So this is my base layer, guys. We're just gonna pour it on, okay? Now, I do like to spin my base layer out, and it's not centered. Y'all, if y'all know I'm a little OCD, I got to have it centered. It also helps the paint shift all the way across. Guys, don't worry about if it doesn't go across. You can always take this and stretch it further across. And I usually do not have a pillow. There's no pillow. Mix is thick enough to where you can bloom on it without a pillow. So, I am, maybe that's why. There we go. Yeah, that's way better. Okay. So, no gloves. I don't use gloves. This is non-toxic. It's not going to hurt you. So if you have to spread it with your fingers, which I know most people have fingernails, they don't want to get paint on their hands. It's hard to get it off. Me, I'm just an artist. I just like the way it feels. So I don't use gloves. So there's my layer. Boom. That's it. Just the layer, bottom layer. Now, I do not have a paint catcher around this spinner, so I am going to catch, and you can also scrape it from the bottom and put it right back on your paint, just to make sure, if you're uncomfortable with it, first time bloomers, to have a little bit of a pillow on top. You don't need a stick to pop bubbles. Flame works. You can torch mix. It is almost 97% water. You can torch the bubbles right out. It's not going to hurt a thing. Excuse me. So now we're going to layer our paints. And I'm doing this rather quickly. So we're going to add the red on bottom. It is a solid color. Okay. So we're going to add, just way too much for this big painting. We're going to add a little bit of red in the center. Okay. Now we're going to go with our blue, our dark sea. We're gonna now it's gonna come to this color shift. Gonna put the color shift right there on the center. I know some people, archival products mean a lot because y'all are some are true artists, and they do use their paintings as their only source of income, and that means they are looking for archival products that galleries will take. They're always looking for archival products, and this right here, have no fear. You can galleries, art galleries will accept mix. So we're going to plop more blue down. Now, I could have just bloomed it like that. I do not like my metallics underneath my cell activator. My preference. May not be yours, but it's my preference. remember, art is in the eye of the beholder. Art is what you want to make it. Now we're going to take this and we're going to add a little purple on the top. Because why not? Purple's beautiful. And this purple right here, oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm just speechless when it comes to this pearlized. I've heard they have a pearlized red. I've yet to find it. But have no fear, I will find it. It is going to be gorgeous. Now, since my... Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the red again. We're going to take the red to the top. So, this is just an example. It may not be a pretty bloom, but this is how you can bloom with it. I just want to give y'all an idea of how to bloom. I had somebody on Facebook today ask me, did I have a video on how to bloom with mix? This is the video. So you kind of want to just pull it back to the center. Okay. I'm going to pop some bubbles. I don't have time with a stick to poke. So we just pop them bubbles like that. End of story. No more bubbles. So now I'm going to take my Australian Floetrol. I've already got it mixed up. It's Australian Floetrol, which I also carry in my Gulf Coast acrylic store. This is the small bottle. I carry 2 bottles. I carry the liter bottles and I carry 500 milliliters. It just all depends on how many times you bloom. Depends on which size bottle you want to buy. Obviously, the 500 milliliter is cheaper. It still goes. It's still the exact same thing as the liter. So I've got my Australian Floetrol right here. I'm going to drop it right in the center. And it's going to react just like it does when you have house paints. It's going to sink, make your halo. I'm going to blow it out. I was going to use my... I carry these 2 in my shop. The little fan, the little mini blower. I was going to use this, but I know tried and true, I can blow it with my mouth. So I'm just going to show y'all how I do this. So, excuse my head. Look at the cells it's creating. Now, it does pull back up just like your house paints do. You've got to give it time, just like you do on your house paints, to pull back up underneath. That is one of the main things that bloomers have to do. They have to wait until their paints pull back up under the center. If you don't, you will have it stuck to the center. And it's not pretty once you spin it out. Now, I have this bloom. It has done its thing. It is pooling back up in the center. Great. It's working. It's coming back up. You see the cells starting to come up, back up through the center. They're growing. That's what it's supposed to do. Now I'm going to pull you back out just a tad. I'm going to wreck it just a tad. Although I think this composition is very pretty. I think it looks rather nice. But for all intents and purposes, I'm going to wreck just a tad. Because I want to bring some of these blues back into the center. I don't go down to the yellow. I barely touch the colors. So you're going to take it and you're going to pull your colors back in. You're going to pull your colors back in. You're going to pull that blue back in. You're going to pull that blue back in. You're going to pull that blue back in. Not all the way to the center. That is such a pretty part, so I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to put it right about here. And I'm going to pull that back. Okay, So I've got a pretty good pull up underneath the center. I'm going to spin this out and let's see what this looks like. It's still creating the cells in the center. As I'm pulling, it's growing new cells. It is opening up the cells. This is the bloom with Mix. This is how you bloom with Mix. This is non-toxic. It's not going to hurt you to put your face down and blow. You can use your blower. You can use a puffer. You can use any way to get the paint to spread. These right here, these are what are gorgeous. You bring it down. These jelly beans that are multicolored cells. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This is a bloom, guys. This is how you bloom with Mix. You must trust the process. You must trust it. If you don't trust it, it's not going to work. You have to have an idea of what you're doing. You have to have an idea of the trust. You have to trust in your mediums. You have to trust your paints. So this is a bloom. I want to bring you down a little bit closer off of my tripod to give you an idea. Look at that. Look at that bloom. Look at those right there. Such gorgeous. It actually did better than what I thought it was. These colors did. This is a mixed bloom, guys. I hope you trust your process from start to finish. I will come back once this is dry and give you a dry result and give y'all an idea of what the Australian Floetrol looks. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and give that to you now. When you do your house paints, your Australian Floetrol is liable to crater. And you have crevices where your Australian Floetrol is at, right? Mix, it does not. This is what it looks like. There's no craters, but there is. There is a ridge. I hope y'all can see that. Do you see it? That is covered with resin. Most of the time, you're going to cover these with resin. Anyway, if it's on tile, it covers your ridges. You can feel it slightly, but everything else dries flat, completely flat. Let me give you an idea of what it looks like with glitter. Now, the glitter you can see under the other colors, but that'll be hid too. See that? Do you see any sparkle? I hope y'all can. Here, let me get a light. Let me show you. See the little sparkles everywhere, how it looks? I did a bloom swipe. Let me show you the bloom swipe with glitter. This is a bloom that I just swiped. Look at the glitter right there. It just sparkles. Guys, I hope you'll give this medium a try. It is healthier for you. It is way better to bloom with. It is way better for pores. They're in regular pores. Let me show you what the glitter will look like under resin. This is a painting. This is a glitter that I did under. This is resined. Look at that glitter. Look at it just shine. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the answer to your house paint problem. This is your answer to your ring pours. This is your answer. This is your answer to your cloud pours. That's pigment. That's a pigment. The green is the pigment. Look at that. Look how shiny that is. That's not even resined. That will come back. Of course, you know your acrylics are going to dry a little dark. But when you put it under resin, holy cow, guys, that's going to shine. I haven't resined this one. This is another bloom that I did that you can see the Austrian Floetrol a little bit better. This is another bloom that I did. Look at that purple sparkle. Look at that metallic purple. Yeah, I've got a little spot right there. Don't look at that spot. But look at that. Look at that purple. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And when this dries, this is going to look the exact as that other one with that purple in the center. So I hope you got some learning off of this video. I hope it helped. I hope this give you a little bit more knowledge on mix and how it works. You don't have to use water for your mix. You don't have to thin it down. If you want a thicker paint, just add tiny bits. It's all up to your preference. You're the artist. You're the one that's creating. This mix just helps you along your way. Guys, I can't express how much I have faith in this product and that how this is going to do exactly this same work for you as it does for me. You just have to play. Give it a play. Art is in the eye of the beholder. Art is what you want it to be. After all, it's $25 for a half gallon. A half gallon. This is 64 fluid ounces. A half gallon. Which, if you thin it down to bloom consistency, you can get 1.5 to 2 gallons. 1.5 to a gallon of mix out of one bottle. That's how thick it is. That's the beauty of mix. You can do whatever you want with it. It is at your discretion. Here is another mix. Here is another painting I did with mix. This is a cloud pour that I did with mix. Look how the lines stay. Look at that. Look at that. There's just endless possibilities. The possibilities are just absolutely endless with mix. The dry glitter, the Deco Art satin enamels. You can add Vallejo pearl medium with it. You can use high flow with it. It is going to since mix is a binder, it likes to suck. It needs the paint. It's thirsty. Mix is always thirsty. It's looking to suck up every amount, all the amount of pigment that you can put into mix. It'll handle it. It's like this big, strong muscle man. You give him what he needs and he'll work for you. This is exactly what mix does. Mix is your workhorse. Let mix be your medium. You will not, I repeat, you will not be not satisfied. It's perfect. I believe in this product so much. I bought it from the original creator to sell in my store and to make. Me and my husband believe in this product. We take great care with making it. We make sure each bottle's right. If it's not, we start over. We believe so much in this product that I'm willing to go the distance with anybody that needs help. I'm willing to do one-on-one videos. I'm willing to do open chats. Anything to get your art the way you want your art to look. Just give me a message on my website, GulfCoastAcrylics.co. I will bend my back to help you get here, to get to where you want to be with your art. There's nothing too challenging. If it is, me and you will work it out until we figure it out. I don't know everything, but I believe in this mix, and I believe it can make your life easier when it comes to painting. It's just that simple, that easy. And look, it's non-toxic, guys. It doesn't hurt you. There's nothing in it that adds, like I said, it's 97% water. There's nothing in this mix that can possibly hurt you. We make this. We guarantee it's non-toxicity. We guarantee it. So if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out. My number is on the website. Reach out. Give me your concerns, your questions. I'm willing to tackle them. I'm willing to go the extra distance for your business. Anything I can do for anybody, even if you don't buy the mix, you have a question, give it to me. I'll work my best to figure it out. I'm here to help you artists. I'm not here to make money and to get ultra rich. I'm here to give you a quality product that is going to work, tried and true, over and over and over. And I'm sorry, my dogs are needing to be let out. So I'm going to end this video on this note. GulfCoastAcrylics.co. You can get your Australian Floetrol, your mix pour, your Amsterdam paints, your deco arts, your satin enamels. I have them. Anything that you think you would need, if I don't carry it, ask me. I'll do my best to get it. Anything you guys need, I am here for you. And I appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you again. Thanks, guys. Bye.